What's up, guys? Kevin Zellman here with your voice recap here on Hollywood Junket. We are going to be live with Barrett Baber. We are going to have him right here on the phone talking to me all about his journey on The Voice and Blake and what's next. Everything is going to be a great interview. I'm really excited for it. So he's calling actually right now, so let's get to it. Hey, Barrett.
Hey, Kevin.
Everything's good since you've been home?
Yeah, man. They didn't keep me. They checked me into a mental health facility for a few days to get over my depression, but they let me out.
I'm kidding,
man. Yeah, but just so we're clear, that was a joke. I'm totally fine.
I was gonna say something tells me that I don't think that's true because you are way too happy and happy-go-lucky type of person.
Yeah, man, it was fine. It's been great, man. I got in yesterday, got home yesterday evening, and got to sleep in my own bed, and this morning got my kids up and took them to school, and then got to work, man. Working on some exciting stuff, just grinding away, answering emails, and trying to maximize the great opportunity that is The Voice.
Yes, I mean, the finale, it was such an incredible show, and I didn't get a chance to see you afterwards, but how were you feeling once it was over and the winner was announced, and how was it all going with you?
Well, I don't know that anybody should have been or was surprised by the results.
Mm-hmm.
I think, I've always said that I thought Jordan Smith was an incredible, just an absolutely incredible vocalist. And really, all four of us really were deserving of a win, And
Mm-hmm.
so the fact that Jordan was named the winner was great, and that's and he deserves that. He was by far and was always the best vocalist on the competition. And so for me, it was always a fitting. If Jordan won, I would have been fine with any results.
Mm-hmm.
But certainly Jordan deserved that victory as being a great vocalist, consistently just delivering great performances every single time. So, I think it was a really good experience. I was really happy with getting third place, and was super proud of Emily and her growth on the show. That was a really proud moment for me to stand and watch her take second, because I got to watch that in person, up close, watch her go from a little kid, a really inexperienced performer to a monster, to a star, and
Mm-hmm.
that really made me proud, because I feel like in a way I had something to do with that, because I was around her. I was a sort of a elderly statesman influence on a lot of those kids, and so it was a really great moment to see her do well. So I was just happy for everybody, and excited for myself to have the opportunity to at least have a chance to win.
Yes, well, I mean, as I said, the finale was such a great show, and you got to sing with one of your favorite artists, Wynonna. What was that like for you?
For me, singing with Wynonna was really the most nervous I've been ever, probably in life, but certainly on the show. Of all the performances I got to do, and even more than Blinds and more than singing with Blake, it was just a surreal moment and I was incredibly nervous, mostly because she's a legend, and I wanted to do right by her, and I was nervous. I was like, man, I don't want to embarrass Wynonna. I don't want to embarrass myself. But at the end of the day, the music starts. We get out there, we turn it loose, and that's what we do, and that's what she does, and we did it together, and it was a lot of fun.
What was your favorite performance from your entire journey on the show?
I think I Just Love to Lay You Down, the Conway Twitty cover a few weeks ago. Was really a defining moment for me.
Mm-hmm.
In America's eyes, and a chance for me to really show people that I was a multifaceted talent, not just a singer. Somebody that could take a song and do something so cool with it, and was a great moment. I think that propelled me into the final. I think that really gave me legs to run deep and make it past the next week and into the final four. So, that was my favorite performance. It was a great tribute to a legend, a guy from Arkansas, and also a time for me to really showcase what I love to do, which is soulfully sing great country songs.
Mm-hmm. And going into the final, a lot of people were saying that their coaches were saying, you know what, like, the competition's over, just have fun. Is that what Blake told you also? And did he tell you any, like, other advice going into it and not knowing the verdict yet? What was he saying about that?
Yeah, he was very similar. You know, he told us just to have a good time. You know, this is the fun part, you know, to really just showcase who we are. And I got to do that, you know, and really was proud of my Monday's performance, because I got to sing Rhinestone Cowboy, which is a tribute to old school country. Got to do a Thomas Rhett song, which is a great new song, new country song that's really soulful, and then got to stand behind the mic stand and deliver a powerful vocal. So I got to do everything that I wanted to do. And Blake, you know, just said, have fun with it, man. You've already won. You know, this is going to be so good for you and your career, and you deserve this. So just enjoy it and relish the moment. And that's what I did.
Mm-hmm. And now moving forward, hopefully you'll be making an album. And what do you want your album to sound like? Or can there be any surprising sounds that we didn't hear from you from the competition on your album?
You know, I think people are going to hear a very similar tone and very similar sound as to what they heard on the show. You know, a country, soulful vocal, you know, driven by great organic instruments like the organ and the mandolin, but we're also going to do some things to really make it worth, you know, playing on radio, and it's going to have a little bit of pop edge that it needs, you know, to get some traction. It's going to be fun cutting a record, and I think, you know, people will hear that if they listen to my original stuff now. You know, I was fortunate to release my EP Fallen Again, not but a month or two before I got the call to go do the voice. So, you know, people can really kind of hear what the entire record's going to sound like if they check that out. You know, that's a really good indicator of what my music is going to sound like moving forward, and people love that, and I've got great response on it. And I'm excited to make more music just like that.
Pharrell, he said that when you sing and when you perform that you're telling your own story. What song do you think best describes your experience being on The Voice?
You know, I think Die Happy Man was a great example of that, and how I really connect to a lyric. You know, the lyric of that song is so perfect for who I am and what I stand for as a person. You know, being a good dad, being a good husband, and placing people at the highest level of importance in my life before anything else. And my wife and my children are the most important thing to me, and I don't want to do anything or have any success if I can't have it with them. And so, you know, as far as telling a story, I think that tells it, man. That says it all. That if I can have them in my life, if I can have them happy, then I can be happy no matter what I'm doing, no matter what I don't get to do. And so, you know, I'm not really all that concerned ever about what it is that I haven't done yet, as long as I get to do what I'm doing in this moment with them by my side, then I can be happy. And I think that was a really great song, a great solo song to finish my run on The Voice with.
Yes, I couldn't agree with you more. I loved that performance from you as well. What would be the most valuable takeaway that you got from Blake that you would want to share with your students if you were to ever go back to teaching?
Well, you know, Blake is a great teacher himself. You know, he may not know this, but he would be great in the classroom, and the reason is because he lets people learn by doing and learn by you know, actually putting into practice what they do best. And I think that's the thing that makes great teachers is that you know, you take students and you allow them to learn. You teach them a few things. You show them a few things. You guide them rather than instruct them. It's about guidance and not instruction. And that's what I learned from The Voice is that it applies to music as well. You know, you have to make decisions on what to do, what kind of music to make, what kind of sound to make. But at the end of the day, some of the most important moments in music are when you don't do anything, when you don't play. You know, when you break a chorus down, when you strip something down to its simplest form. And I learned that by watching Blake. He never told me to do that and told me that's what he was doing, but I watched him do it, and it affirmed what I've always known, which is the best way to learn, the best way to be good is to sometimes do very little. You know, less is more a lot of the times, and I can't wait to implement that in the music that I create moving forward.
And Blake, he's known for always taking care of all of his artists, no matter where they place. Granted, it's only been like what 2 or 3 days since the finale. Have you talked to Blake? Has he said like, oh, like come visit me wherever, stuff like that, or any plans to?
We haven't yet. Blake and I haven't spoken specifically about next time we're going to see each other or when we're going to hang or when we're going to play shows together. But doors have already been opening for me, musically as far as performance and gigs and some of them are directly because of calls he's made for me or emails he's sent for me or connections he's made for me. So, it's gonna hold true with this with me that Blake takes care of his own and he's already sort of taking care of me some. And I can't talk about specifically what's happening, but some big things are going to happen and happening as we speak. So, and it's because of him. So. I can't wait to get a chance to see him again and shake his hand and buy him a beer and tell him thank you, because he's going to have a lot to do with my success, and I know that he's there for me as an asset moving forward no matter what.
You know what, I wish you the absolute best of luck, and I can't wait to see and hear the things that are happening for you. And I mean, I've been rooting for you since day one with everything, so I do wish you the absolute best of luck moving forward, Barrett.
Man, it's been a lot of fun, and I appreciate all your help, man. I see your passion. It's nice to work with and visit with you every week, and I wish you the best of luck as well, bud.
Thank you so much. Hopefully we'll hear from you soon and see you soon.
All right, man. Thanks.